Jamie, that's me here. Let's go ahead and talk about P Valley. So Mississippi is on the pole, giving it to the people, okay? Then we get a shot of this rich lady, I suppose, and she's drunk and she's singing a song talking about she about to spend all her divorce settlement, okay, up in the club or whatever. For what reason? IDK. All right, so she up there stripping. Next thing you know, we see Gidget dancing on her. Then we see in a private room, it's Mississippi and Gidget in there dancing. The lady bust out crying, you know, telling Mercedes she smelled like a baby. Then start whining about how her husband left her. Next thing you know, the lady fall over asleep. They see all the stacks of money and she takes them. They, of course, Gidget and Mercedes take the money. Now let me jump real quick. So not Mercedes, Mississippi. If I'm saying Mercedes, I mean Mississippi. So Mississippi says, the lady, she told the lady, you didn't have to spend half of your settlement on me. So you mean to tell me, Mississippi, you had half this lady's settlement and you could have helped bail out Mercedes and you didn't? Now, granted, that's your money, girl. You're going to do what you want to do. You ain't got to spend it on nobody. But I'm just like, dang, you sitting up here trying to act like you ain't have it, girl. You knew you had it to help that girl out, okay? And had Mercedes not been where she was, girl, you would have never got that spot and you would have never got that clout, honey. Okay, girl. So it's like, dang, that's how you want to do it. You got to have this lady's settlement and you don't want to give up no coin. I see her. Now I see what you're doing, girl. I see what you're doing. I see how you moving. Okay, now it's fine. It's fine. Mercedes not going to like you no more, Mississippi. She not gonna like you, girl, but we're gonna move on from there, right? So of course they took the lady coins and they moved on about their life. So then Uncle Clifford in the back next morning, all right, you got murder on the couch laying it wide, okay? And Uncle Clifford done put his wig on. This thing, you know, he had that same lady, the drunk lady, out there singing and all this other stuff that she doing. So he gets to drag her and throw her out. Next thing you know, he see all his crew outside. He's like, what's going on? Mercedes done died. She done died. Next thing you know, he sees the pink foreclosure sign on his door. He was like, what foreclosure in 14 days? What? And next thing you know, he just fell out and I screamed. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? It was so funny. But in the midst of everybody looking at the foreclosure sign, you got Mississippi over here focused on how many followers she getting and how many views she getting a minute. Girl, you was good. But let's move on, honey. All right? So we get a shot of Autumn. She's at the office trying to do another transfer, right? The lady said, no ma'am, you done did enough and we only expanded it due to the hurricane or whatever happened, girl. Now we shut down. You can't do no more transactions, honey. You gonna have to go back to where you came from. So of course Autumn not happy about that. Next thing you know, in the moment of the suspense, you see this lady driving up real fast like she about to hit the building. So they getting scared. Now mind you, before I knew it was the lady, I was concerned because I was like, oh my God, did her ex-dude find out about her? Is he about to come get her? And I'm sure that's the same thing Autumn felt the way she was looking, but kind of find out it was the lady from the club. Clearly she was drunk, okay, and it was a high-speed chase, and she ended up going to jail anyway. She ended up going to jail anyway. So we get to the precinct, and you see a Mercedes about to be checked in or whatever and get her mug shot or whatever, and she hear the lady singing, and she's like, who's singing this? She's like, oh, Lil Murder sang this song. Come to find out, the person that's taking her, she's about to get her mug shots taken, is the dude Jesse. Jesse was in the first episode when she took his wallet from him and had him thrown out the club. So it was him. So he pretty much runs the jail down there, girl. So she was shook, okay? So she had a terrible mug shot. But in the front of the precinct, you had some guy up there talking to the sheriff who goes by the name of Montavious, who happens to be Autumn's ex. So he's actually looking for her. And the guy, the sheriff is, you know, so Montavious did this fake tear out his eye. They never showed his face for whatever reason. But the sheriff said if he find any information, he'll be sure to share it with him, right? So that's the plan. But as Montavious is exiting, Uncle Clifford is coming in because he fell away about the pink sign that was on his door. And so he tells, so the sheriff and Clifford go to the back to have a conversation in his office. And he talks about how you need to be mindful of that liquor you got on the door. You know, because we just locked the lady up for leaving there, okay? Now, I've been looking out for y'all, but you over here about to get yourself in trouble. She's like, I pay you a whole lot of money for certain things, so don't be trying to come at me like that. He said, well, listen, I ain't put that sign on your door. You know, with somebody else here in my office, you already know Mayor Ruffin, he done implemented these new rules and these new laws. But also, outside of that, you got a ton of code violations anyway. So, I mean, I don't really know what to tell you why you ain't here being mad at me. So she gonna have to figure some stuff out for whatever, you know, she gonna have to figure some stuff out to keep the shop, keeping the club from closing down or whatever. And come to find out, he lets her know about Mercedes, who's at the club as well. And he allows her to see Mercedes. So when he gets back there, he see, what's that lady? The rich lady is sitting down there asking, like, are you Mercedes? Did I die? Did I die and go to heaven? Mercedes said, nah, bitch, this. She's like, nah, bitch, this hell. She said, who was dancing last night? She said, some girl named Mississippi or whatever. And next thing you know, Uncle Clifford walked up and Mercedes was like, well, how did you let Mississippi dance in my place? And he's like, what the hell you want me to do? I'm not finna have them people tearing up my club and they was looking for Mercedes and you wasn't there. So I had to put somebody on the stage, girl. What's wrong with you? Okay. And she was like, well, how did she do? And Uncle Clifford was like, she did. I mean, she was on. She did, okay, no, Mercedes told her, Mississippi tore the house down, but you're going to learn about it, okay? You are going to learn about it. And so they were up there talking. He said, I put some stacks on your bill. And she was like, well, you need that. No, he said, despite the debt or whatever that's going on. And she was like, nah, you hold on to that money. You need it more than me. You know, I'll figure it out or whatever. So he's going to try to go back and see if he can get the money back or whatever. And then meanwhile, you see the mama in there talking about him being a pimp. But he's like, girl, don't say that to me. Because you know I don't even like you like that, honey. Do not talk to me. I can't stand you, girl. So that was that exchange or whatever. And they pretty much walk off. Or Uncle Clifford leaves. So then Mercedes like, oh, you want to talk about somebody being a pimp? Well, let's talk about you being a pimp, mama, because you stole all my money and you stole my location and you used to have credit cards and bills in my name when I was young. I was barely 2 years old when you was making these moves. I'm like, girl, call her out. Your mama is so trifling. Like, and the fact that, like, it makes me wonder what went on in your childhood that you feel so indebted to your mother. You're so open to constantly forgive her for the things that she's done, and you're constantly being a scapegoat and a rescuer for this lady, knowing how knowing her issues. You know what I'm saying? Then her mama like, God forgave me for this and that, for you, so you gonna have to forgive me for it. So let me tell you something, ma'am. I don't care what the hell the Bible said. Okay, it may talk about forgiveness, but it didn't say how long it had to take for me to forgive you. So what you need to do is back the hell up off me, okay, before you get these hands again. Because you know when Mercedes first got back there, she saw her mama and she started wailing on her ass, as she should have. Okay, so don't try and have no conversation with me about nothing, about no forgiveness or this and that. When every chance you get, you try to throw my quote-unquote sins up in my face as if you better than me. No, ma'am, you have a problem. And I won't be sitting up there bailing my mama out about a damn thing. And I won't be asking her to bail me out for anything. Okay, you're supposed to be so independent, but you're trying to use that money through the church fund and have somebody hold. I don't know what decisions you was making, Mercedes, but you knew they were wrong. So I don't even, girl, yeah, you need to be done with your mama. So anywho, Mercedes finally gets her call. She calls Gidget. Gidget in there trying to make a smoothie with the drugs that she got off her man that she was not supposed to get because he didn't want him to give them to her mama. Okay, but she doing that anyway. So she gets on the phone with Mercedes, and Mercedes talking about how she needed her help, and she was the only number that she could remember. And Gidget like, well, what about all that money you threw up in our face and said that you had? She was like, well, girl, my mama took that money, every single bit of it, and she took my building. So can you see if you can talk to the girls and see if y'all can come up with the money to get me out? And she's like, all right, girl, I'll see what I can do. I'll let you know. Or whatever. So Gidget is definitely going to try that for her. Once she gets off the call, you see Jesse eyeing her. You see him eyeing Mercedes, and then he decides to give her his jacket, which I can appreciate because I was kind of wondering why y'all didn't get her anything to begin with before you threw her in the back with everybody else. Knowing that she dang near half naked, you know, but I guess they figure, oh, she'll be fine with it. That's what she do. Okay, it's worse. So she ain't going to mind nobody looking at her, but okay then. So Mercedes get back with the jacket. Right, so her mama walks over there trying to shake her hand, asking for forgiveness. And she looking at this lady like, yo, get your ass out my face. You know, I don't rock with you like that. So she starts talking about the business that her mama stole or whatever. And she ends up letting her mother know about, well, the reason that I wanted to have this location was so that I can get my daughter back. And her mama was like, girl, you don't need that girl. Leave that girl where she at. She's like, but she my daughter. And she's like, no, that's not your daughter. That's Shell child, okay? Imagine being a woman that got to raise the child of pretty much the mistress, you know, and got to look at the sins of your man every single day. Well, whatever. She chose to do it. She did it. It is what it is. They have a fairly decent relationship anyway. So what the hell is you talking about, mama? Okay, another way to make her feel guilty. But okay then. And so she's like, how you gonna teach her anyway? What you gonna do with her anyway? She gonna be down there at the hellhole and doing all the stuff that you did, pretty much going down the wrong road. And Mercedes said, well, let me tell you something. If I was given the opportunity to actually be her mother, I damn sure make sure I won't be a mama like you. And you can bank on that, my dear. Okay? So I was here for that. I'm like, you should have got a little more rude with her arms. Okay? Up in these streets. Okay? So, what else happened? So, yeah, Autumn tried to make another transfer, and then I guess she was gonna try it again another way. Then she get that text message from Gidget about all of them linking up. So all of the ladies meet over at the Bills Bond, but when they get there, they learn that the price is actually higher than what was originally stated. So they was like, we can't help. So all the other ladies left, and you were left with Gidget and Autumn. So they were the only two there. So they just smoked it up and chit chatted, and it was what it was. We get back to the doggone jail scene, and we see Mama Patrice up there having church. I said, now ain't this some BIT? Okay? Because to me, she's so full of SHI, because she already know these ladies got to get out of prison or get out of jail at some point, right? So it's like you over here pretty much promoting. You're using this as an opportunity to act like you all about God and all this other stuff, but when in actuality, you're using it as another way to promote your church, the building that you just swiped up from your daughter. Like, just whack. So in the whole time she's doing this and all the ladies over there praising and doing all this stuff, she wants Mercedes to come to her. And I'm like, somebody please say bail. Somebody please bail her out. Somebody please say something like, come on, like, please, Mercedes, do not go over there to your mama. Mercedes got down on them knees. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. She got to be about to push her over. Ain't no way you finna just go to this lady. She just took everything from you. You ain't got nothing. Okay? And she told her mama, you dead to me. And I really appreciated that a lot. Let her know. Let her know, because we don't have time for that. So she get on her knees, tell her mama that. Next thing you know, she get bailed out right after she told her she was dead to her. And that made me very happy, because her mama was still in there, because she ain't got nobody to bail her out. Okay? So she was still in there. And then Mercedes got out. She gets outside. Who she see waiting on her? Autumn. She goes to Autumn. She's like, okay, what Gidget them at? What Keyshawn? Where is everybody? And she's like, girl, get in the car. Because if they wanted to be here with you, girl, they'll be out here with you. And you see that they ain't out here with you. So Mercedes in the car, she gets ready to cry. Autumn said, where you want to go? She said, girl, just take me anywhere but here. I don't know why Autumn decided to take Mercedes back to her house instead of Mercedes' own house with her dog, who I'm sure is starving at this point. But okay, that's fine too. So that's where she took her. Meanwhile, at the barbershop, you see Mayor Ruffin, and then you also see Andre there. Andre getting a haircut because they about to get ready to go to this ball or whatever. Uncle Clifford walks in looking as cute as he want to look, okay? And I was so here for it, the way he was standing in that corner shaking that leg. And then he went out and had a seat next to Mayor Ruffin. And pretty much started talking about, you know, the pink sign that he saw on the door of foreclosure. Like, you know, I love to dress my shop in pink, but this one right here going to end up being white with night. Okay? And that's on P. So Mayor Ruffin said, you know, you're a tumor in this city, and I can't wait till the day that I cut you up. So they just do not like each other at all. So they were having an exchange of words about it. She's like, you ain't even giving me enough time to pay nothing off. You trying to hurry up and kick me out. But does old boy that run this shop know that you offering him way less money than you offering his neighbors around in the community? So, you know, they have an exchange of words. And he's like, how you know that? So then he pulls out the paper to give to him. I wouldn't have gave him nothing. I would have been like, just know I got eyes and ears all over this city. So why you think you making moves, I'm making them too. That's what he should have said. Okay, I wouldn't have gave him no type of paperwork. Because with that paperwork later on, he ends up using that against Andre, snapping on Andre. And he's like, you know, how did he get this information? Andre's like, I don't know, I must have left it in the club when I was at the Pink. And he was like, you ain't leave this. I've been to the Pink plenty of times and never left anything in there. So I don't know how you left something in there. Okay? Uncle Clifford done F'd you. And he done F'd all these other folks up in here. Okay? You better get that deal closed. You better get it closed quickly. Because I'm the one that got to go in here and fake act like I'm cool with these crackers at this doggone ball. Alright? I got to go out here and do this. So you better make sure that everything else gets handled on your end. P. So, I mean, we just going to see how that go. I don't really see the deal closing down. I don't see them moving forward with the construction of the building, I mean of the casino or whatever, or closing down of the pink. And if they do, I just refuse to believe that they not gonna get no money to go and build up a whole nother pink. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go, because they don't have that much longer to close. Andre don't have that much longer to close this deal, and we don't have that many more episodes left in season 1. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen, especially with old boy. The other thing is Autumn's dude coming to town, so that's gonna be real interesting, right? So we get back to the pink. You see Mississippi on the pole, and then Murder up there rapping his song. Then he goes to the back because he wants to see Uncle Cliff. And then old boy said, "Hi little nigga." I'm like, why do y'all call this man little nigga like that's his name? How little nigga know how to get back in? So Murder go back there. Old boy leave. Cliff and them having a conversation, and Murder says, you know, you really need to have some time to, you know, let somebody take you out and get your mind off this. Uncle Cliff like, well, where you gonna take me, honey? Where we gonna go? Oh, you wanna go over there? Well, guess what? Two gays got murdered over there. Oh, you wanna go over there? Well, guess what? 2 lesbians got got raped or whatever. So it's like, so you tell me where it is that we gonna go. Okay, tell me where we gonna go or what we gonna do. And Murder was kind of like, he was hearing him, but he was kind of like he didn't care. You know, so you just want us to smash and dash all this right here in the dark. And Uncle Clifford was like, kind of, pretty much. Like, because I can't go nowhere with you in public without risking my life. So, I mean, what do you want to do? You know, Murder wasn't really trying to hear all that. He still, you know, wants to hang out with Clifford, want to actually live like they normal and let it be what it's going to be. Next thing you know, Keyshawn in the back chatting it up with the girls, but her baby daddy done showed up with the baby outside. She go outside, get ready to get the baby. He asking her, like, I saw your video. You know, it look like you doing good or whatever. You also know that I done started back working, so you ain't got to do all the stuff that you doing. She was like, well, honey, you pay the bills. You know, he really wants her to just stay at home. Ain't nobody finna stay at home that you take care of everything and this should be indebted to you. Okay? And you ain't doing that but beating on her. You got me, what? No, sir. Insecurities. No, sir. Won't be here to validate them. Are you serious? No, sir. So, when she gets ready to go in, he's asking her, like, who's watching the baby? She's like, everybody watch the baby. But you can see Diamond in the back ready to F him up at any moment. He's like, I want you to do something. Please do something. Because I've been waiting to put my hands on you, sir. So you please make a move. He didn't make a move at all. So as Keyshawn is going back into the building, there's 2 doors. There's a door to this hallway area and then another door that leads into the building. And she couldn't get in the building, so she peeked down to see if Uncle Clifford was in the office so she could say, hey, come open this door. She ends up seeing Murder kissing on Cliff. So I'm over here like, why Keyshawn is always the person that's catching the tea? She already overheard the information about the pink before the information rolled out. Now she over here got eyes on Murder them before they really come out with what's going on with their relationship. So I wonder how that's going to affect her later on. Is it going to be something else she's going to notice? Is she also going to learn that Montavious is connected to Autumn? Is she going to be the one that's going to slip up and tell him where the hell Autumn's at? Like, what is up with Keyshawn knowing everything? What's up with that? But that's what it was. And then she finally was able to go in. And when she peeped, she ended up making a noise. Her baby started crying. So Murder and Clifford heard that, so they already knew who it was. And Clifford was like, well, I'm gonna go talk to her. And then Murder said, nah, you let me do it. So he went to go talk to her, and Clifford was just taken back, like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, girl, I feel the same way. I feel okay. If that's what you want to do, okay, I feel the same way, honey. Because Murder is cute. Murder is really, really cute. So, meanwhile, I don't know what the conversation was between Murder and Keyshawn. They didn't show that. I don't know if they're going to show that in my next episode or what. I don't really know what the conversations were. So, Mercedes and Autumn are back at the house. They chilling. And Autumn took it as the opportunity to kind of let Mercedes in on her life or what's been going on a little bit. Letting her know that she can't find her daughter. Her daughter's gone. I hope her daughter is not dead. I wouldn't be surprised if her daughter wandered off to somebody or Montavious got to the vehicle in time when she thought she was getting away and snatched up her daughter. I don't know. But hopefully her daughter will resurface at a later time throughout the show. Maybe not this season, but during some season. She also tells, you know, about the storm, whatever. They had that whole conversation. And then Mercedes tells Autumn, like, I'm going to get that money back to you. And Autumn was like, girl, don't worry about it. I got plenty more of that, you know, plenty more than where that came from. Then she showed her where her stash at. Why she did that, I don't know. Gave her some racks and said, I can get you 10 more by the end of the week. And she was like, what I need to do. And it's funny because the moment Autumn sat down and she was about to do that transfer earlier in the episode, I felt like, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to use Mercedes' name. And here it is, it connected, where she's like, all you got to do is this. So when they get ready to go and do the transfer, she was about to put Mercedes' name. Mercedes said, but don't put my name on there. Don't put my stripper name. Okay, I'm going to use something different. So she used a different name, and Mercedes had somebody that she knows that can make some fake IDs. So they're going to get some fake IDs and they're going to see what's going to work. But it's real interesting because the whole time they're trying to do this transaction, you see a shot of Montavia sitting up there just literally on the laptop watching the transfer system. I guess so he could see what's being transferred to who or what. And obviously that's how he was able to track Haley, Autumn, back to Chuckalisa in the first place. So we just gonna see. I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to catch up to each other. I don't know if it's gonna be the very last episode of the season, but it's gonna be pretty interesting. But I really enjoyed the season. I'm really enjoying the season so far. The episode was pretty good as usual. Y'all leave y'all comments below and let me know how you felt about the episode, okay? What do you think about the relationship of Cliff and Murder? Do you think that Autumn and Mercedes are about to be like this? I do. I really do. I think that they're going to be super cool, especially after the other ladies weren't able to show up to bail her out or whatever. So, and all she had was a chick that she really didn't like. So, I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm wondering about whether or not they gonna close on this property. If the Pink gonna get foreclosed, or do you think that's gonna happen? Do you think they're actually gonna get the casino to come to Chuckalisa? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.